Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's doing well out there. This is Thomas Taylor III coming to you live once again from Lawrenceville, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen. Well, hey, I'm not going to be before you long this morning, like I always say. I'm going to try to be brief. But this morning, I want to talk about something that's going on this month, and that's graduation, ladies and gentlemen. Graduation and celebration, right? So, congratulations to all those individuals who graduated. I know personal friends of mine, Mr. Taher, he graduated. My daughter graduates next week. I got a lot of, from friends and goddaughters, and a lot of you guys out there are experiencing graduation, with your high schoolers or college individuals. So, first, I want to say congratulations, job well done, because it's definitely a time to celebrate when you see your loved ones achieve something that they worked so hard to achieve, right? So during this month of May, it's typically that festive time, right? Like if you go in the stores looking for a certain suit or dress or tie, the shelves are bare, the racks are empty, right? You're looking for flowers or something. Sometimes it's hard to find flowers because everybody in the area that you live in, typically around this time, May, June time frame, people are celebrating graduations. So, in that vein, I want to kind of stay right there, right? And what I want to talk about this morning is excuses. Ooh, yep, I said it, excuses. Now, why? Because sometimes we make excuses in our lives for various reasons, right? Sometimes we don't want to get things done. Sometimes we procrastinate. So we just make an excuse. Nah, I don't want to do that, or I'm not going to do that. When I was coming through a particular process, this gentleman, a good friend of mine, Mr. Anthony Good, he made sure myself and my other partners that I was coming through the process with understood the definition of excuses. And I'm going to share it with you. I got it right here. It says, excuses are the tools of the incompetent, which builds a monument to nothing. And those that specialize in them seldom accomplish anything else. Excuses. We had to memorize that, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because excuses were not allowed to accomplish the process. So shout out to Mr. Anthony Good, good friend of mine. So that's what I want to talk about this morning briefly, right? So, celebration. Why? Celebration is important because a lot of individuals got high school diplomas, a lot of individuals got bachelor's degrees, some got master's degrees. I know individuals that's working on a PhD. So, you go through a process in order to achieve a goal. That's what you celebrate. A degree, right? A degree would be the end goal in terms of education. Okay. So now you're witnessing people celebrating a degree or a diploma, right? Or even some individuals getting their GED, right? Could be on all levels. But the process is indicative of life. Why do I say that? I say that because sometimes instead of going through the process because we don't know what the end result is, we make excuses. Yep. We make excuses not to get things done. Now, it doesn't mean that those that are going through higher education or through high school didn't make excuses, right? They may have made excuses. You may have made excuses, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You found a way to get it done. Why? Because you knew and you understood what the end result was. My daughter came home the week before last because a good friend of hers graduated from Georgia State, right? Breland, right? My other daughter. So, we went out to Georgia State to celebrate her. Congratulations again, Bree. She's in Paris somewhere on vacation right now, ladies and gentlemen. But then she hung out and she celebrated with her. But guess what she told him? She told him, she said, I have two papers do. I have 2 papers that I got to complete. So after she hung out with them, she came home and she had to finish 2 papers that night before she went back to school on Sunday, right? I'm just talking about dedication and commitment because you understand what the end result is. So this is the challenge. Sometimes in life, you don't know what that prize is going to be. You don't know what or if you have a chance to celebrate something. So what do? We put things off. We procrastinate. Nah, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to try to get to that tomorrow. Well, I could do that, but nah, I'm not going to do that, right? So sometimes we make these little excuses because the end result has not been defined. If the end result in our lives, in our daily course of life, was defined, whether it be a trophy, a certificate, a bonus, right? Like whatever it is, we would push ourselves. We would try harder to get to that end result, right? Because we're seeing it every single day with individuals that's graduating from different levels. Okay, so there's things that your creator has placed inside of you. There's gifts that you have that need to come out to help other people. You see that? Right? So maybe you may not be the one, quote unquote, celebrating at that moment, right? But if you lean into what your creator has placed inside of you, you may be able to watch somebody else celebrate, right? So on this Sunday morning, a celebration as we can see it is the end result of hard work and sacrifice, ladies and gentlemen. When we live in this thing called life, sometimes we don't know what the end looks like. Sometimes we don't know if we're going to make it. We don't know if we're going to be able to celebrate. So what happens is in the middle, just kind of in between, we tap out, right? We don't finish. We don't complete it because we make these things that I call excuses not to get things done. But if somebody said, John, Mary, Fred, you know, there's going to be a prize at the end, right? There's going to be a certificate. There's going to be a diploma. There's going to be something tangible that you can see shows you sacrificed. See, all of a sudden, our philosophy, our mentality changes about the very thing that your creator has placed inside of you, me, to get done, ladies and gentlemen. So on this Sunday morning, good morning, good morning. On this Sunday morning, I challenge everybody, everyone listening, right? Fight through those excuses of not to get things done. You know what they are. You know what you have to do, and you know what you allow yourself to tell yourself not to get things done, right? Look at the individuals who graduated, and we give them applause. Great job. Why? Because they finished that particular race and they got a prize. If you look at them online, they're holding a diploma, smiling. Nobody got frowns on their face, ladies and gentlemen. They smiling because it's an example of the struggle. It's an example of the commitment. So you should smile, right? What I'm saying is have that same tenacity, have that same energy on what your creator placed inside of you to get done. Why? Because only you can do it. And I guarantee you, when you get it done, you'll be smiling too, ladies and gentlemen. So on this Sunday morning, we're going to alleviate excuses. We're going to alleviate procrastination. I can't even talk. We're going to alleviate procrastination, right? Why? Because it's a job that you were put here on this earth. Before the foundation of the earth, he knew you. He sanctified you to get it done. So we're going to remove excuses out of our vocabulary because we see individuals celebrating and what it looks like to not make excuses, but to get over any excuses that you may have made. We could do it to ourselves. We could do it in our own personal lives, right? We have the ability. You just have to push through. I know it gets hard. I know it gets tough, right? But I promise you, there's a reward on the other end. When you get in alignment to do the things that your Creator has placed you here on this earth to do, I promise you, you'll be celebrating because there's so many people out there that can benefit from what your skills are in terms of what your gifts are, the things that he placed inside of you to do, right? Like nobody else is going to come over and get it done for you. Nah. He tapped you. He tapped me to get it done, right? So we're going to alleviate excuses today, right? Because during this festive time, May, June, of celebration, of graduation, we see what hard works look like. We see over and over what it takes to get the job done. So that's the challenge today, ladies and gentlemen, is to remove excuses out of vocabulary, right? To push through, right? Even if you're fearful, right? A lot of people kind of are fearful going live. Okay, that's like public speaking. Feel the fear and do it anyway, right? Because the more you do it, the better you get. The more you do it, the more relaxed you get. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get, right? And you put yourself in a position to help those that are assigned to you. Hey, that's my time. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. If you guys want to follow me and reach out, you can go to my website, tailoryourdreams.com. Again, ladies and gentlemen, on this Sunday morning, go out there, make it a great day. No excuses for this week because I know you can get it done. Talk to you soon.